People. Que pasa, sakpa, say what they do. Now the first part of this video is about a man that was sentenced the other day. We are speaking about a man that was charged for 8 out of 10 MURDERS. And this all happened in the home circuit court. And people, his name is W0R Thomas. He was sentenced to LIFE for each of the CHARGES. So people, we are talking about enough time. And people like me say, this is on a plea bargain. So basically, he was charged with 10 MURDERS for people where him slap with. And he took a plea bargain. And he was also charged for illegal possession of a burner. He was also charged for sticking up people. He was charged for several counts. When we hear about the rap sheet of this man, it is startling. It is mind-boggling, because we are speaking about all of these 8 incidents occurred in a 3-month span in 2014. And people, this is exactly how the rap sheet read. And what makes this even more shocking is that at the time when he committed all of these offenses, he was only 24-year-old. So people, we are talking about a young person. We are talking about a notorious person. So anyway, let me read out his rap sheet for that 3 months. On August 14, he shot him blaze up a man, him can up a man, and that person's name is Carlton Blake. And this all happened in Bagwalk. We are speaking about St. Catherine. On October of that same year, we are speaking about October 12 to be specifics. We are speaking about 2 months later. Him and some accomplice blaze up some people on Woodmain Road in St. Catherine. And the 3 people that he conned up and blazed up, we are talking about in a one go. We are talking about Courtney Coburn, we are talking about Craig Harris, and we are also speaking about Carlton Scott. Now, during this incident, he stole $1.5 million, which they were transporting. So people, it sounds like these people were some security for some business establishment. So based on the report, it seems like Mr. W0R Thomas got some information or some heads up. Somebody kind of wink him off and make him know say a certain amount of people are going to be traveling with this 1.5 million at a specific time. So it seems like Mr. W0R Thompson and his accomplice basically intercepted those funds. And what made this incident even worse is that after he slapped away these 3 people, a little passerby was going about his merry business, and he kind of stopped and was wondering what was going on. And guess what? Mr. Thompson also take away for him life. Mr. Thompson also slapped him away. So people, we are speaking about this person's name is Kirkwood. So therefore, we are talking about 4 people on one occasion. 4 people on one spot, point blank and period. Now people, I want you to keep account. We are speaking about 5 people so far in the space of about 2 months. But he did not stop there, because 10 days later on October 22nd, a witness said he saw Mr. W0R Thompson chasing down 2 people in our road in a little lane. And people, we are speaking about Bagwalk once again, and the eyewitness said that after he heard the explosion and the smoke clear, 2 men were identified. We are speaking about Norman Nolan, and we are also speaking about Patrick Cummins. They were found DEAD, RIP, gone too soon, slap with. So we see that Mr. W0R Thompson is on a rampage. Him and his accomplice are on a rampage. So people, we are talking about 7 people so far in the space of less than 3 months. And people, just when we thought that Mr. W0R Thompson was finished, moments later they found a next man slapped away. And who was responsible? Now the same man. We are speaking about a person called Matthew Taylor. He also lost his life on account of this man. So people, we are talking about 8 people so far. And remember, like I said, he was CHARGED for 10 of them. So basically, him confessed to 8 out of 10. So now people, when we listen to this case, we see that this man is a SERIAL slapway man. And what makes it so funny is that his lawyers were begging for lenience from the judge. Now people, isn't that appalling? So the lawyer is claiming that due to the fact that his client pled guilty to all of these 8 counts, he should receive some lenience. But the judge has said, no, we're not under the sun, not under my DEADBODY. This man is getting any lenience because it seems like he showed no remorse. It seems like he is a sickhead, cause people like me say, we are speaking about only a 3-month span. So just imagine the other things that he has done that is not on record. Just imagine the other things that he has done that he has never been charged for. So people like me say, it is happy riddance when we get somebody like this off of the street, because we see say him nah take no chat, him nah listen, him stubborn. We see that he has no problem taking away another life or taking away multiple lives, point blank and period. So anyways people, that is my views on that whole situation, and like I said, it is just my views and opinion, it is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine, but let me know what you think in the comment section. Now the next thing that is popping in the news is that we see that a 16-year-old is amongst Clarendon's most WANTED list. Now people, when we talk about some notorious people, it is shocking to realize that a youth who is a teenager, 16-year-old, also makes that list. So basically you know that his record is bad. So anyways, it is said that Clarendon has 85 slap away in 2019. And people were there a little past half of the year. So therefore we can expect in excess of 150, 170 by time the year for done. And it is also said that Clarendon is the second worst Popo division, falling only behind St. Andrews Central. So people, we are talking about some bad garrison, we are talking about some bad areas. So anyways, during a meeting, Senior Superintendent Glenford Millie and Deputy Superintendent Jermaine Anglin said that they identified the 16-year-old as one of the most wanted in the area. And the truth and the fact is that to make a list like this, you know that you have to be the worst of the worst, especially when you are a part of that list of the second worst division in the whole of Jamaica, which seems to be the MURDER capital of the world. So people, we are talking about a little youth who are bad like yas, point blank and period. Now the name of this person is Romaine Murray, aka OC John Tom. So people, you see him have the name and you see that he has a reputation. So you know so he is nobody to be effing with. You know that this is a serious youth. Him serious like a heart. ATTACK. Don't play with him. So according to the police report, it is said that he is wanted for MURDER, blazing with intent and also extortion. So the police them must say, whenever you as a business operator come in that area in a Clarendon anyway, Maypen or the adjoining areas, he and his cronies always link you and say, you need to start pay some rent. So people, when them talk about rent, him not talk about lease, he is talking about protection. You have to pay for play, point blank and period. And people like me say, he learned this trade from other notorious people in the area, because like them say Clarendon, Maypen, it is no playpen. So people, we are talking about some bad place in Jamaica. We are talking about the worstest of the worst. And the superintendent and the deputy superintendent also made it clear that these young men, he is speaking about this person, Romaine Murray, he is sheltered, he is fed, he is clothed by his family. They are the ones that are protecting him. Because people, when we hear about them little picnic going with all kind of stuff, we have to always ask the question, where are the parents? Where is the mother? Where is the father? But like me say, it seems like they are getting the proceeds of crime. But the truth and the fact is that, like we see a lot of these criminals in Jamaica, them are some broke gangster. They are some broke criminals, point blank and period. Because the truth and the fact is that if you are doing something, if you claim that you are a gangster and you are making money, why is it that your parents have to still clothe you? Why them have to still shelter you? And why them have to still feed you? So therefore they are taking a risk with their life for no apparent reason. So therefore they are going to end up on the RIP list themselves more than likely. It is called reap what you sow. It is called, if you live by the GUN, then you are going to also pass away by the GUN, point blank and period. So anyways, people, that is my views on that whole situation. And like I said, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.